I never thought losing a poker bet could ruin, or completely change, my life. One minute, I was laughing with my friends, joking around, and the next, I was staring at a contract that said I had to crossdress for an entire month. And not just at home. Out in public. Every single day. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, how did I get here? Well, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you everything. Okay, so before all this chaos, I'm Alex. I'm 22, just a regular guy, or at least I thought I was. I've always had this curiosity about crossdressing. Not anything crazy, just a part of me I never really shared with anyone. I'd sneak into my sister's room sometimes, try on her clothes when no one was around. I'd look in the mirror and feel something different. Excited. Nervous. Scared. But I never imagined it would become real. Until that poker night. See, that night was special, not just because of the bet, but because it collided with something I'd been feeling in secret for years. I had this strange mix of dread and anticipation. I kept thinking, what will it feel like to finally let this out? Am I ready? Can I actually do it? And the truth is, part of me was secretly thrilled. I mean, part of me had always wanted a chance to see what it was like to step into that world. I just didn't expect it to hit me all at once, with a $1,000 bet on the line. So there I was, holding that stupid contract, my hands shaking. $1,000. A whole month. Crossdressing in public. My mind was screaming, what have you done, Alex? And yet, another part of me, a tiny, secret part, was buzzing with excitement. I remember sitting on my bed, staring at the paper, thinking about every possible scenario. What if someone I know sees me? What if I look ridiculous? But then I thought. What if I actually like it? What if this is the chance I've been secretly waiting for? I could feel my heart racing. My stomach was twisting in knots. Fear, shame, and this weird thrill all mixed together. I kept pacing the room, muttering to myself, okay, you can back out, no one will know, but no. I'd signed it. There was no going back. And just when I thought I had accepted my fate, I had this thought, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I stared at my reflection in the mirror, imagining myself in a dress, heels clicking on the floor, makeup on, and my pulse shot through the roof. That was it. The line had been crossed. There was no turning back. The decision was made. And yet, the fear was just beginning. The first step was shopping. And let me tell you, walking into a women's clothing store as a guy is terrifying. Every dress I touched felt like it was judging me. I fumbled with hangers, knocked over a display, and nearly ran out in embarrassment. People stared, I swear, and my heart was pounding like crazy. I finally picked a dress, a flowing red one, something simple but striking. Then came the heels. Oh, the heels. They looked amazing in the store, but holding them in my hands, I realized. I had no idea how to walk in these. My stomach twisted, but a small, rebellious part of me was thrilled. Next came makeup. I had watched tutorials online 100 times, but standing there with brushes and colors in my hands, I panicked. Blush went on crooked, eyeliner smeared, and I kept muttering to myself, okay, stay calm, it's just makeup, you can do this. Then there was the wig. I had imagined it would be easy, but styling it perfectly was like a battle. I tugged, pinned, and finally, it looked perfect. Or at least, close enough. And just when I thought I was ready, something happened that changed everything. My reflection stared back at me, and I didn't recognize myself. Not really. My heart skipped. My stomach flipped. Part of me wanted to run, part of me wanted to scream, and part of me wanted to step into it. Little did I know, this was only the beginning. Asterisk, standing in front of the mirror, wig perfectly in place, dress flowing, heels clicking on the floor. I barely recognized the person staring back at me. It wasn't just the clothes or the makeup. It was me, but different. Somehow, more exposed, more alive. I took a shaky step forward, then another. The heels wobbled under me, and I nearly fell, but somehow caught myself. My reflection smiled, and I smiled back, nervously. "Okay, you can do this," I muttered. But inside, my heart was pounding like a drum. I practiced walking, turning, even small gestures, how to sit, how to cross my legs, how to hold my hands without looking awkward. Every movement felt strange, yet exhilarating. I could feel the dress brushing my skin, the wig heavy but comforting, the heels digging into my feet but somehow empowering. And then I caught myself laughing. Not at the absurdity, but at the freedom of it. I was doing it. I was finally stepping into something I'd secretly wanted for years. But just as confidence started to rise, panic hit. What if someone sees me tomorrow? What if I trip in public? What if I look ridiculous? The fear came crashing back. I thought I was ready. I wasn't. And that's when I realized, this month-long bet wasn't just about clothes or appearances. It was about everything: courage, identity, facing myself. And I had no idea what the world was about to throw at me. Asterisk. Asterisk, the first day in public. I'll never forget it. I stepped outside, dress swaying, heels clicking on the sidewalk. Every eye felt like it was on me. I wanted to disappear. My stomach twisted, my hands shook, but I forced myself to walk taller, to own it. I passed strangers who smiled politely, some who stared, and a few who whispered. And weirdly, the compliments made my heart leap. One woman said, "I love your dress, you look amazing." My brain screamed, "Are you serious? I'm a guy." But, thank you. Then came the poker night meetup with my friends. Oh boy. The reactions were priceless. They almost choked. "Alex, is that really you?" I laughed nervously, trying to act casual, but inside, I was trembling. And then it happened. I tripped. The heels betrayed me. My drink spilled everywhere. My face burned crimson. I thought I'd sink through the floor in embarrassment. But instead of ridicule, they laughed and cheered. They cheered for me. I was shocked, confused, and proud. For the first time, I realized something: this wasn't punishment. This was transformation. I was learning to embrace a side of myself I had hidden for years. And just when I thought I had survived the night, something happened that shocked me to my core. Asterisk. Asterisk, the first day in public. I'll never forget it. I stepped outside, dress swaying, heels clicking on the sidewalk. Every eye felt like it was on me. I wanted to disappear. My stomach twisted, my hands shook, but I forced myself to walk taller, to own it. I passed strangers who smiled politely, some who stared, and a few who whispered. And weirdly, the compliments made my heart leap. One woman said, "I love your dress, you look amazing." My brain screamed, "Are you serious? I'm a guy." But, thank you. Then came the poker night meetup with my friends. Oh boy. The reactions were priceless. They almost choked. "Alex, is that really you?" I laughed nervously, trying to act casual, but inside, I was trembling. And then it happened. I tripped. The heels betrayed me. My drink spilled everywhere. My face burned crimson. I thought I'd sink through the floor in embarrassment. But instead of ridicule, they laughed and cheered. They cheered for me. I was shocked, confused, and proud. For the first time, I realized something: this wasn't punishment. This was transformation. I was learning to embrace a side of myself I had hidden for years. And just when I thought I had survived the night, something happened that shocked me to my core, asterisk. By the end of that night, I felt different. Not just because of the dress, the heels, or the makeup, but because of what I had faced. That fear, that anxiety. I had stepped through it. I had exposed a part of myself I'd kept hidden for years, and for the first time, I felt free. I realized something important: courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing something terrifying anyway. And acceptance, true acceptance, starts with yourself. I'd spent so long hiding, doubting, overthinking, and now I was embracing a side of me I never knew could feel so real, so alive. Looking back, that $1,000 bet, it wasn't a punishment. It was a wake-up call. A chance to explore, to experiment, to discover who I really was. And let me tell you, every stumble, every awkward moment, every second of panic, it was worth it. So if you're hiding who you really are, remember this: your curiosity, your true self, your quirks, they're not mistakes. They're your story. Own them. Your story matters. Your truth matters. You matter. Drop a comment if you've ever felt like hiding a part of yourself. Let me know if you want to hear part 2. And remember, the journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Asterisk.